On with a big old bam for this one with your Elvis Presley right here on screen. And I'm going to show you the deception of man. No doubt about it, how they trick the human being to believe in these puppets right here. And then they show you the death. That's how they do it. No doubt about it. Now, we go get into this Elvis Presley story told by your Priscilla Presley. We go get in it. As you can see, just like you see with all your so-called idols, yeah, people go crazy when he show up. Of course, it's a devil idol, 100% in.
One for the money, two for the show, three to get ready now.
And of course, once they put these people on you, no doubt about it. I love Elvis Presley's song just as you, no doubt about it. But I told you already, the elite brought it to you, no doubt. Give him the song to sing and everything, because they know how they captured in public's mind. 100% push this one on you, just like your Michael Jackson, your Bob Marley, your Prince, all of them, okay? The Beatles, those are the most popular artists ever. And of course, they're gonna give them songs that you can never fucking forget. No doubt about it.
Go, cat, go, but don't you step on my blue suede shoe.
Yes, every single Elvis song, every single one of them is a classic. That's what you need to know. They can never be forgotten. Of course, they was written by the elite and give to this puppet right here. No doubt about it. Yes, got a little talent, but I told you already how they do it. This is how they make their puppet for the masses to worship.
One thing about Elvis is he was authentic. He was the real deal.
Honey, lay off of my shoes and don't you.
And if you notice, people, all devil work when you see him come out. Just watch it.
One thing about Elvis is he was authentic. He was the real deal.
Just like the regular, just like you see the puppets nowadays in their performance, all symbolic to these devil people. All the day.
Honey, lay off of my shoes and don't you.
Stage appearances or when he would go on tour, you couldn't help but fall in love with him.
Don't procrastinate, don't articulate, girl, let's get
This is how they do it. Put him in movies and everything. Let him sing the best song. Capture the masses' mind. Of course, you're gonna be in love with this Elvis right here.
He just seemed to have it all. He was every general's soldier. He was
General soldier, because this is how they push a ear on you. You're not gonna get it. You're gonna wake up. But look at this so-called female right here and watch when he talk on the face and see how the face move when she talk. It's a fake female wearing a mask. Of course, take a look at the cheeks and when this one talk. Of course, it's a fake female, 100%.
every son to every mother. I mean, he just connected.
Face stiff like rubber. What happened to this one right here? Why the face so stiff? Wow.
He connected.
Well, that's all right, mama. That's all right.
This is how they sell you and put him on TV, plaster him, give you the whole so-called life story. Yes, to get the masses involved in this one right here, and then they pull him off the scene.
And no one was as connected to Elvis as his wife Priscilla.
That's all right.
Black and white for Freemasonry. There you go right there.
As his wife Priscilla.
That's all right. That's all right.
She was with him for the best times and witnessed the devastating lows.
The devastating lows, because that's how they do your people. 100%. All of these idols that they push on you, this is how they do you. Yes, they give you the rise and also give you the downfall, all to get into your emotion.
Now, 40 years since Elvis died, Priscilla is celebrating their life together at their...
Take a look at this right here. Of course, they're going to have this to show the masses right here with the cross right there. Of course, and I told you the Elvis is a setup plan for the masses, 100% in from scratch. They give you this
home, Graceland.
It's now or never.
Sharing her most precious memories.
I walk in that front door, I just feel his
Take a
presence.
look at this right here. Of course, I told you already what they're about. There go your big sun ray for your clock right there. Of course, 2 crosses right there in the fireplace. Wow, all crosses. And take a look at this right here. All statues and monuments. But watch this right here. Back up a little bit. What's this? XOXO. Of course, you know already. That's a 6666. No doubt about it. There you go. In plain sight. All diamonds. Yes, all coded.
Presence here, and this being the room that he would play gospel music in. I'd sit over here on the couch.
Nothing but bullshit.
I had him all to myself and listening to his music.
I liked all different types of music when I was a child.
Well, Lordy, 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 Lordy.
Country music and gospel and rhythm and blues.
So they sell the masses. This one right here, of course, I told you, it's not real. The whole life story is fake, 100% in.
I was influenced by all of that.
Well, please don't excite me, baby. I know it can't be me.
I look at some of these photos and my dad had that haircut.
Yeah.
Because every man wanted to be like
Yes.
Elvis.
Yes.
I might have even had that hair.
Oh, they sold the puppet to the people. Of course, everybody gonna wanna be like him. That's all it is. Job well done.
Yeah.
There you go. You even have the damn sun ray right there on him. You see it? Of course.
He was, he set the styles for a lot of things. For fashion, of course, his haircuts and his smirk and his high collars.
Those eyes, look, he's
and
a
the
handsome
eyes.
cat.
Oh, my goodness.
Elvis switches to a new beat. Up, 2, 3, 4.
I got to up to
Elvis's attraction to Priscilla was immediate, but their love story was
There you
unconventional.
go, people. This is how they sell you this damn puppet. Of course, tell you that he been in the military and everything. Of course, it's fake life.
He was the superstar who had been drafted and sent to an army base in Germany.
Yes.
Priscilla Bayou was the teenage stepdaughter of a U.S. Air Force major.
Same way he playing the movie, people. Yes, he been in the war. You better wake your ass up. Of course, it's fake. Just how they paint the fucking puppets and give it to the masses and turn into a hero right here.
They met at a party. Do you remember the first time you laid eyes on him?
Yes, I do. Very much so. I was only 14, actually only 3 months into 14.
Of course, it's 3 months into 14.
And visited him at his home.
Because he was a superstar.
Of course, my God, he was the top
And he was
of his game.
24.
Visiting him at his home. Wow, and you're 14 years old? Wow, go back.
And visited him at his home.
Because he was a superstar.
Of course, my God, he was the top
he was
of his
24.
game. He was 24 years
Yeah,
old.
he was 24 and you was 14 and you visit him at his home? Wow, okay.
Yeah.
What were your dear parents thinking to allow that?
My parents were a nervous wreck. Elvis came in full uniform, which my dad liked a lot. And shook his hand.
All
And
bullshit.
they started talking right away. I mean, for an hour. And I'm looking at my watch. He's taking up my time.
Of course, at 14 years old, yes, you're looking at your watch. It's bullshit, 100% fake shit. There
But-
you go with the fake female. The jaw don't even move. The cheek don't move. The whole face don't move. Only the damn mouth, and you can see that some kind of plastic surgery or whatever they do. It look like somebody wearing a damn mask on the people.
Yes, they were nervous. And I think it was when I told my parents that they had to let me go or they would ruin my life.
And this air right here is all orange. Of course, it's Freemasonry, no
Me
doubt.
go or they would ruin my life.
At 14 years old, they got to let you go as they go roll in your life. It's bullcrap.
love me.
There you go, all for the show.
Love me sweet. Never let me go.
After a 7-year courtship, Elvis and Priscilla finally walked down the aisle.
And this is how you get your Priscilla, right there, okay? You would have never known this Priscilla if it wasn't for this puppet named Elvis. That's how they do it, and have the Priscilla to tell you the story 40 years after. You wake up, of course, that's how they do it. One puppet help up the next.
Then along came daughter Lisa Marie. They were the most famous family on earth.
Bam! Of course, there was the most famous family on earth, and I told you, just like you see they do today, it's nothing different, okay? Okay, rotation, they give you the same shit over and over with their different puppets. That's how they do it. There you go.
Love me tender, love me true. Thank you. Never let me go. You have made, dear, my turn blue, and I love you so.
We see him performing on stage with Love Me Tender. I mean, he spent more time kissing women in the
Yes.
crowd on the lips than
Oh,
he
yeah.
did singing. I mean,
Yes.
was that difficult to watch?
Yeah, because they'd start showing up after the show.
I bet they did.
I'm kind of hanging out, waiting around for possible more.
But if you're gonna start a rumble, don't you
After 4 years of marriage, Priscilla decided she would no longer put up with his infidelities.
See, I told you people, just like you see today with all these fucking so-called people hooking up in Hollywood. There you go, hook up 4 years, they put on this big old marriage for the masses so they could buy into that damn system. And after that, what happened? They divorce after 4 years. Get the fuck out of here. They're nothing but puppet pushing the agenda on the people.
Well, I'm evil, so don't you mess around.
You know, he wasn't faithful. Not that he had someone special, but when you're in the entertainment business, there is always that. And I tried to turn my back to that, but I just didn't want to share him. Simple as that. As much as he wanted to be married and have a family, I don't know if he was ever cut to be married, because I don't think he could ever be faithful to one woman.
This time the girl is gonna stay for more than just a day.
MGM, there go your MGM right there. Freemasonry in plain sight, of course.
Even though Elvis and Priscilla were divorced, they remained as close as ever. There were other women, but Elvis never remarried.
For more than just a day. I just can't help believing.
We never lost our friendship and care for each other. He would call me at night. I really valued his calls. I valued him telling me, you know, what was wrong. And I haven't really said this because I
read your script.
I value his trust in me so much. But living a lifestyle of rock and roll, it's difficult. And especially rock and roll, because it's that old saying, you know, sex, drug, and rock and roll, and it is there.
He was living that life.
They all did.
Of course, sell the masses.
Straight vodka, man. About 3 minutes for you. Straight vodka, man.
Look like straight vodka to you? Of course, no doubt about it. They will do anything to push the alcohol on the people. Of course, Elvis was a big part of it. You sleep?
They all did.
Straight vodka, man. About 3 minutes for you. Maybe I didn't treat you quite as good as I should have.
The life took an enormous toll. Close friend Jerry Schilling saw Elvis's decline firsthand, fueled in his final years by an addiction to prescription drugs.
Bam! Of course, just like every other fucking major artist that they give you, yes, go be addicted to prescription drugs. Wow. Michael Jackson, Prince, all of them. You wake up, of course, it's by design. This is how they do the masses every damn time.
He had to numb himself to go out and do some of the stuff that he did not want to do. It was a really rough time.
Watch on this fucking table right there. Watch this right here. You see this? This is their coding right there. Their Coca-Cola that they use to poison the masses. 100% in. That's why they like to post it up. Of course, they see Elvis right here that they're in love with, sitting right here with this big old Coca-Cola cup. Of course, he basically tell them that's what he drink, and they go follow suit.
Goes by.
And when I saw this CBS special that they filmed 6 weeks before he died, and I was watching it
6 weeks before he died, right on the money.
in my home that he had bought for me by myself, I cried and then I got angry.
That's how they do all of them. Whitney Houston, all of them. You get it? This is how they do it, people. 100% in. They make them make a fool of themselves. Yes, and then all of a sudden the dead show up. There you go.
Could anyone have saved Elvis?
I need your love.
No. Only Elvis could save Elvis.
Yes. All a part of the damn show for the masses.
After recording what would be his final television concert special, Elvis returned to Graceland.
Devil horns. That's how they clown the masses. Don't doubt when I tell you. Look at his hand right there, holding the devil horns, playing with the dumb people.
Ladies and gentlemen, Elvis has left. Ladies and gentlemen,
Ultimate sign to show you right there. Of course,
Elvis has left the building.
Less than 2 months later,
Pandemonium has broken out.
You see what happened, right? They give you a big old spotlight of him basically looking down, look different, sound different, acting a fool, and then bam, they come with the death. This is how they do it, people. They never miss.
On Elvis Presley Boulevard in Memphis.
On August
Elvis Presley Boulevard in Memphis, of course. It's a big old puppet they push on the masses. Yes, song sound good and everything. Yes, but it was push on you 100% by design.
1977, he suffered a violent heart attack and died.
The world is
He
shocked.
suffered a violent heart attack and died. There you go. Pull the puppet away from the masses who in love with him. You see that? Yes, there you go. All kind of people crowd up on the street, so-called. There you go.
By Elvis Presley's sudden death, thousands of fans from all over the country are converging on Graceland,
This
trying
is
to
how they do the masses. Once they see the masses react like this, boom, they got you right where they want
get into
you.
view the body of the 42-year-old.
Here you go. Of course, Elvis stopped selling already. Yes, I'm telling you, people, this is how they do it. When the artist dried up, you see the performance, so-called, the last performance. Yes, that's just on his dead bed, so-called. This is how they show up the people. No doubt about it. All of a sudden, all these people running to go get Elvis Presley records. Of course, after he died, he sell more records than when he was alive. Big old
King of
band.
rock and roll.
You never thought of him passing away because he was so strong.
This you can believe. I will never leave.
He would sometimes check himself into the hospital because he wanted to get away from everyone.
Yes.
He didn't want the demands. He didn't want, the phone calls. So you thought it was one of those
All bullshit. All
times.
bullshit.
Well, no, he can't be. He can't be. This is a joke. This cannot be. It was shocking. Like to the world, only a million times more.
There you go.
During his short life, Elvis had made and spent a fortune. When he died, his estate was on the brink of financial collapse.
Bam. Just like Michael Jackson. You get it? The same thing with Michael Jackson, so-called. He was almost bankrupt and then he died, and what? His stock shoot back up sky high. What I tell you, it's the same damn thing. Yes, Graceland for Elvis and Never Never Land for your Michael Jackson. Big old bam.
Priscilla was advised to sell Graceland to pay taxes and bills.
There you go.
She refused, and with the help of friends, opened their home to the public.
All fake shit, people, to touch your heartstring. It's not real.
Did you think anyone would come?
No. No, never. Never.
Yes, you didn't
Elvis
think nobody would come. That's why you put it together. Bullshit
would
on
never,
the masses.
ever have believed, that's his home is now a museum, but would have loved it
Yes,
and
a
would.
museum. What I tell you about museum, it's nothing but fake shit in every one of them. Don't even ask people. Every single museum is fakery.
Harold would have been, as we say around Graceland, the first tour guide, because that's the first thing he did was show his place.
Train a ride.
Graceland is the second most
Graceland. Wow, I told you. Listen to this right here, people.
Graceland is the second most visited home in America. Only the White House has more tourists.
There you go. What you think, people? What you think? Wake up and smell the damn coffee, people, with a big old bam. Of course, museum style. This is how they go give you so they could continue to make money off the people with their damn puppet, even when they pull him off the scene. You see that? Yes, buying records is not enough. There you go. Go tour Graceland as a museum. People just dumb.
Graceland is really the statement of him making it.
Because he was...
Yes, and I think the Never Never Land gonna be a museum for the Michael Jackson next, right? There you go.
And he was going to be forgotten. He's
Yes.
not going to be forgotten.
Yes, he was. His thing was, I can't be a 40-year-old singer doing rock and roll on stage. He was already thinking that. And yet he was still very, very popular back then. And I don't think ever in his wildest dreams he could have imagined being this successful, this loved, still 40 years later.
You think you're gonna forget these Elvis songs? You're in a world of hurt. They have them set up for the next generation, put them in movies, put them in commercials, still play them on the radio. There's no way you're gonna forget this Elvis Presley right here, because it was a satanic puppet. 100%. Bam, I'm gone.